Hi again, this is Disillusioned Speller. I'm just grabbing my materials here to continue talking to you about the healing process after being abused by the narcissist or abuser. Okay. Perhaps when you came out of the narcissistic abusive relationship, you left with some confusion. Why did this happen to me? Why me? What could I have done differently? Your mind is going to flip and do somersaults, trying to figure it all out. You're going to go through this. This is a natural process of coming out of narcissistic abuse or any type of abuse. You're just not going to understand what's wrong with you. And literally, you need to tell yourself, it wasn't me. It's about them. They have the problem. It's not me. Now, if you do have a problem, please go get help. But don't blame yourself for what the other person did to you. Because chances are, you didn't do anything and you couldn't do anything to change it. Next, denial. Did this really happen to me? Oh my gosh, I just came out of this horrendous situation. I can't believe they said those things and did those things. Disbelief of what just happened is not uncommon at all. You're going to go through this. I went through this. You're going to be asking yourself, are you really seeing things clearly? Maybe he really meant this. Maybe that really didn't just happen that way. But in a narcissistic situation, it really did happen that way. They are very tactless people. They are all about protecting that false inner self inside themselves. And they will do anything to protect that self. Okay, the next part is realization. Oh, so that's why they did that. That's why they acted that way. After you do the research, and I encourage you to research narcissistic personality disorder, toxic relationships, anything along those lines. And once you come to realize exactly what happened, it's going to be like a little light bulb goes off in your head. Like, oh, that makes sense now. I understand. It was really about their inner pain and not about what I did. And there was nothing I could have done to make things better or to be a better person for them or to change them. The truth of the matter is you can't change anybody. And I know you've heard this, and I don't mean it to sound cliche, but you really can't change anybody but yourself. So that's what you need to be working on. The narcissist has gone on, most likely. Doesn't give you a second thought. And if they do, they're just kind of seeping back and forth, you know, throwing out a little bait, seeing if you bite, and then slinking away like the slithery vipers they can be in their behaviors. So don't waste your time ruminating and commiserating over the loss of that relationship. It wasn't a true relationship to begin with. No love lost, as they say. Okay, the next thing that you're going to come to is acceptance. This really happened, but I know that I'm going to be okay. Somehow, some way, I don't see it. I don't have a plan for it, but I know if I just do little steps at a time, I will be okay. This is a place of acceptance. Eventually you will come to this. It takes different amounts of time for different people. You will realize that this relationship that you had will not destroy you. You're still there. You still have to breathe. You still have to wake up every morning and feed your children, eat your breakfast, put your clothes on, take your shower, do your self-care, do your research, go to your support groups, whatever it is. You have to keep living. Not for them, but because you deserve it for you. So you'll come to a place of that acceptance that you're still going to go on with life, and you survived, and you're now a survivor and an overcomer, and you can help other people. You'll start to notice the patterns after a while when you've been in these relationships, and people will come to you and talk to you about their own situations, and you'll be able to say, so this is probably what's going to happen next, and I think I can help you through it. And you'll start pointing them in the right direction. So why do you go through narcissistic abuse sometimes? Probably so you can help other people come through it. Because if you haven't been there, sometimes it's harder to give the guidance and the counsel to people that they need. Okay, the next part is forgiveness. I don't talk a lot about this, or I haven't talked a lot about this, but I intend on incorporating it this time. It is so important to let go and to forgive. It's not that you're letting them off the hook at all. Forgiveness is about not harboring poison in your own heart, within yourself, that could take you years to overcome and get past, because that very poison will destroy all the good things that can come to you. You might have heard of a book called The Secret, or a teaching called The Secret, about how you put out positivity into the universe and attract positive back to you. I believe the Bible even talks about this in the form of you reap what you sow. Out of the abundance of your heart, your mouth speaks. The very things you say about your life and yourself will help shape your destiny. I'm not saying you're fully in control of everything that happens in your life and therefore nothing bad will ever happen. That's unrealistic. Sometimes rough things are going to happen in life because there's people that have evil hearts in this world and evil motives, and you can't stop that. However, you can reshape your opinion and your viewpoints and your reactions to what happens to you and what crosses your path. So operate in forgiveness. For some people, this might take years, and some it might not ever come. It might be that eventually you put the person out of your mind and you've moved on. Or it might be that you let go of the they owe me big time, I'm going to make them pay, I hate them for what they did, those type of feelings. You might let those go eventually. For each person, it happens differently. Either way, eventually you're going to move forward in your life. You're going to have new interests, new people, new events, and one day you're going to look back and see that it doesn't sting quite so much. You might even be able to wish the narcissist well. In my case personally, I can wish the person well that did these things to me. In fact, I believe this person is actually in a position right now, in a job, where she's helping other people that have been domestically abused. She has been domestically abused in her household, and she is now helping other people. Now, could she be doing that for narcissistic supply? I suppose anything is possible. I like to believe the best about her and believe that she really has had an inner heart healing and has gone on to bigger and better things, helping people rather than destroying them because of her own inner unhealed hurts. So I hope she got the healing she needed. Okay, next part. And one moment. Take care of you. We did talk about that. I am going to wait and save that for my next video here. Hang in there. If you're in an unsafe situation, tell a safe person. Please get out of it if you can. If you can't, set up boundaries. Stick to your boundaries. Don't take on the other person's hurts and damaging words and the things that they bring out of themselves. Remember, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Narcissists are really wounded in their hearts. They have learned to cover up and stuff down their true person, their true self. So they're lashing out at you from a lot of hurts and a lot of pains. Does that mean you have to stay with them and put up with it? Not necessarily. But if you're in a situation that you can't get out of, you need to set those boundaries. You need to establish with the narcissist, this is not okay, this is not acceptable. I will not stand here and put up with it. Sometimes that means involving legality, such as the police, the court, a friend, whoever. Do what you can to protect yourself. You're the only you have. You are a special and precious person designed by God for great, great things. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. I'm going to be talking a little bit about some of these things you can do to take care of yourself. God bless you, and thanks for watching Delusion the Scholar. Stay tuned.